welcome back to the third episode of the Doomsday podcast. You're here with me and Robert Butler again. Guess what, though? We are separated by distance and disease. We are joined over Zoom, which is a corporation that has swiftly taken over America. It's how I take all of my classes now. It's how business is conducted. It's crazy. Our whole economy relies on one app. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, before it was TikTok, and now it's Zoom is the new wave. You never know what these companies who owns them. Apparently, I did some research. TikTok's owned by the Chinese government, and they have access to your privacy, so you gotta be a little careful when you use that. Otherwise, though, who cares who's looking into our systems anyway? There's no such thing as privacy. That's non-existent in the 21st century to begin with. The NSA spying programs, the Patriot Act, all that nonsense. And
Snowden, the whole nine.
Yeah, Snowden. Who's that dude? WikiLeaks, all of it. You know what I mean? So, but hey, man. Ever since in the quarantine, they got no way to track our location because we all been in one spot. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess they're still tracking, but there's not much action to track. So yeah. So I wanted to ask you, you run a very cool, successful YouTube channel. How have you been dealing with the obstacles of recording your podcast online?
Well, it's very nasty and inconsistent to have to use these virtual ways of recording things because different internets, different people, it doesn't make the connectivity fun. The end product never looks good, never sounds the greatest. That little echoey, that you always hear underneath.
Yeah.
It just always sucks, man. I really can't tolerate it. There's one product called Squadcast that actually recorded the best audio that we've used so far. But then, it's the whole subscription thing and it into video. So then hypothetically, we have to use two things at once, which is double killing internet. And it's just all around, it's just inconvenient. But you know what? We're getting it done. I think at this time, there's a demand for content. Everybody's at home. Everybody's looking for something to watch. So this is kind of the time to be pumping out more stuff than usual.
That's so true. I've been watching a lot. I started watching Ozark. I watched 4 shows in one day, I think.
Nice.
My sleep schedule's been really messed up because there's just really no sense of time for me unless I have class. And I literally went to sleep at 7 a.m. last night, woke up at 4 today, and I'm hoping to keep that going, but I don't think I can sustain it. I gotta jump back on the normal sleep schedule. I might have to drink myself to sleep tonight or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But or maybe
you say alcohol sales have been going up as a result of this whole crisis.
Have you been drinking at home or not really?
No. I got to stay purely focused. I got to be ready for when the evasion comes and martial law sets in. So completely clear mind, straight focused. No kind of toxicities, nothing. Just got to be razor sharp going forward. So when the militias come knocking down our doors, I got to be ready.
Since the gas prices are so low, I went and I filled up 2 huge 2-gallon barrels full of gasoline. And then I actually don't know where those are anymore. I lost them, but it was so cheap that it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. This is all part of the same operation. They're lowering gas prices, unemployment's up. All got something to do with each other. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is yet, but we're going to dig into that mystery soon enough.
Yeah, did you hear that Bernie Sanders' top advisors urged him to drop out?
Top advisors, bro, get out of here. His advisors are plans to the Democratic Party. That's what that's about, bro. Yeah. Let me tell you something about Bernard Sanders real quick.
Okay,
Bernard Sanders fought for the unemployment expansion benefits in the horribly corrupt corporate bailout that Senate just approved. But he added one bright spot in there, which was the unemployment benefits. And he was advocating for $2,000 a month for people. They only knocked that down to $1,200 one-time payment. Anyway, all I'm saying is, he's using this platform to run for president just to get good things into policy, and I admire that. I am sick and tired of seeing all these neoliberal, centrist, corporatists telling him to drop out. Let the man drop out at his own pace. That's my message.
Yeah.
That's my platform.
Period. Pooh.
Yeah.
So I've also been noticing that Tiger King's really popular, so I watched that.
Yeah.
Have you seen Tiger King?
I've seen around it. Like I've seen the trailers. I've seen
You've seen it
everybody talk
around
about it. Yeah, I've seen the news around it. I've seen so many things about it. I've been trying to just like I want to watch it eventually. You know, it sounds like my kind of thing. Control, manipulation, cults. That's just all something I deeply, deeply believe in. So it looks like it's going to be a fun time.
Did you see McMillions?
I saw the first episode of that, man. I gotta get back into that. You know what I mean? I'm honestly too big of a fan of McDonald's to look at anything disparaging about them. So,
Yeah.
same thing with that Super Size Me doc. I only watched that once. I could only, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. They made us watch that in ninth grade, and right afterwards, I wanted nothing more than McDonald's.
Yeah. It actually made it sound kind of good, actually. Like,
Exactly. Like, I can be super, like above average. Thank you.
exactly.
So let me just ask one more question since I'm, down here a little bit further from LA. What's it like in LA? Are the streets empty?
Now the streets are full of the homeless, the rats, the everything's littered, everything's on fire. It's we're waiting for the military to come down and maybe hopefully clean things up. I mean, the potholes are getting deeper and deeper. Nobody's doing anything. Everybody's just locked up at home behind bar doors. Got the security systems and the shotguns ready. So it's all right. I mean, I've never seen this happen before, but everybody's wearing masks like
Mm-hmm.
as they're driving. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody's wearing masks, everybody's wearing gloves. So you gotta stay careful out there.
And one thing that I noticed is everyone's having really weird dreams.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is the time to dream because people have been sleeping more. I mean, there's really
Yeah.
nothing to do but like eat, sleep, and dream. So
I've had the same dream 3 nights in a row where
whoa.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson breaks into my house
Mhm.
and he rips one arm off and then uses it to sort of hit me in the face. He says, "Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?" And then I wake up every time.
Nice.
I've been trying to figure out what that means, but
I mean, maybe that's a sign of, I don't know, The Rock telling you to wake up. Huh?
maybe it's because I'm sleeping in so late.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, that's what this whole Corona thing's all about anyway. Just making sure that you just become a what they call that joint
A lazy
people.
piece of shit.
Nah. I'm talking about like people nocturnal animal. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the whole point of this. You just gotta become nocturnal at this point. Like,
Could you see yourself living nocturnally?
honestly, yeah. I mean, I think the nighttime sky is a little more suiting to me anyway. The full moon gets my full crazy Gemini blood out, can get jumping and dancing in the streets. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
I
like that.
agree. Like when Venus calls to me from the night sky, my blood boils and I've never felt more alive.
Yeah,
So let's
yeah.
talk about sort of the general spike that we're seeing this week because it is the most kind of extreme 2 weeks of COVID that we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Cases in New York are rising. The hospital ships are in place. What do you think about the train derailing in Los Angeles to hit the hospital ship? What was that all about?
That's we gotta stop using trains. I mean, the only way you could get around these days is with unicycles. That gotta be the number one step in trying to figure out what we're doing next. Number two, the peaks. With every peak there comes a valley. So hopefully we come close to a
Right.
valley. And
What comes up must come down, right?
yeah, exactly. So hopefully, what I mean, we could figure out what's going on in New York. They just need to put a bubble over New York and like just let it just simmer there for a little bit. You know what I mean? Just let it, like fester and
Yeah.
get out because New York's a small place, man. And you think about it, every no offense to New Yorkers, but New Yorkers are very aggressive people tough people. They have very strong opinions for mostly, what I've seen. Stephen A. Smith, Spike Lee, all those good people from New York. You obviously, Kate. So it might be a little tougher to tell people from New York, yo, stay your butts at home. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's just like I could see how it festers a little bit at that point. But I do think that hopefully by the time it hits California, we have the ventilators, we have the ICU beds, we have the funding that we need. But I mean, I don't know if that's looking likely. So
I think Andrew Cuomo should run for president.
is that the governor of New York?
Yeah.
He might be like, is he beloved or is he hated right now? Like,
He's pretty beloved.
oh, nice. That's what it's about, man.
De Blasio is pretty hated.
Oh, so that's the New York City mayor.
One's a governor, one's a mayor.
So didn't De Blasio like also run for president or something like that?
He might have, but I've never seen. I don't remember that. But
did you vote for Joe Exotic when he ran for president?
Yeah.
Yeah, and for governor?
Yeah, well, I wanted Joe Exotic on the ticket because I liked his healthcare reform.
Yeah.
It was like we'll use tiger blood instead of antibiotics.
Right.
I was excited about. Mm-hmm. But then Carol Baskin killed her husband, Don Lewis. So
spoiler.
That whole thing sort of blew up.
Yeah.
What do you think about all these celebrities doing Instagram lives? I've been watching Raven Simone paint for 4 hours straight every day.
Yeah, I've been seeing Raven Simone. I saw Raven Simone and the baby had some fun interactions on Instagram Live. Mm-hmm. I saw what I've been glued to the TV, Kate, because ESPN has been having real NBA players play 2K, like doing a 2K tournament with each other.
No way, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's just been like they already had round one. It's been like four games so far, and then it's probably gonna be like 16 games in total. I don't know, I'm not good at math, but
it's kind of like how Miley Cyrus was glued from smoking weed on Live with Selena Gomez.
Yeah. I didn't know that happened. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty fun because they had some beef, and then they got on Live together, and then they squashed their beef.
Oh, that's nice.
While smoking reefer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess just a few more things to talk about this week. We can start wrapping up this episode of the Doomsday podcast. But let's see. I think that if you have anything you want to mention while I look here.
No,
Okay, guys. So I think that's gonna do it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay safe in Doomsday. Please stay light.
Stay ready.
Stay ready. Stay on your toes, and we'll see you next time. Peace.